All right. Yo, what up? Okay. I think we're all good. Yo, what's up, on Bath? How's it going, dude? All right, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good one. Um, Welcome in to the stream today. Should be a fun one. All right, Kerwin, what's going on, dude? Wow, you're still going at it? I've been here since day one. If dedication was a person, it would be you, dude. What's going on, dude? How's it going, Kerwin? Appreciate you being here, my guy. That's awesome. Thanks for stopping in tonight. Yeah, we're still going. Trying to get better. You know, it's a long process. People go to school and program their entire life, and then go to school for this stuff, and we're just doing it outside of our normal other occupation we went to school for. That's outside of this. So we're honestly at an uphill battle, and we're far behind. So we got to keep grinding. You know, we did do one interview and got smacked, but it's okay. It's all good. All right, we're back here, guys. Welcome. Appreciate you guys being here. Man, so afraid to hit that live button. Been contemplating the idea for months. Own Path, you're trying to stream? That's awesome, dude. Why don't you? What do you mean? Why are you afraid to go live? What have you been contemplating? Talk to me, my brother. All right, you guys. Welcome in today. We're back here in our Python project. So I introduced this last stream. It was a pretty fun thing I started over the weekend. So my girlfriend was taking a nap, and I was like, you know what? I'm not tired, so let me go ahead and open up the laptop, and I just quickly coded up a quick kind of, couple of objects here that can do quite a bit so far, and it's pretty cool. But we're going to implement some more features today. I have a list here over to my right. We're going to implement average win size, loss size, a profit factor, and look into potentially hold times. See if we can get some data from the API about hold times from specific wallets and how long they hold their positions for. I know they have timestamps in those some of those API keys as keys, but we will see what we can find in the docs. Let me pull up those docs, by the way. Let's go. Give me. Oh, shoot. I want to do... Why doesn't it... Oh. Yeah, let's go Polymarket API docs. Okay, I got them right here. No, I don't want to do that one. This one here. It's way zoomed in. Okay, cool. We're in here. I want to go down to the bottom because it has that quick. Where was it? I don't want to go to the WebSocket. I want to go to Overview, down to the bottom. It has the API reference. That's the one I'm looking for. And yeah, okay, here we go. This is the page I'm on right here. So this API reference introduction or not, that's just the tab I'm on here, but these are all the kind of API endpoints I've been pinging, trying to get some information. And so I'll actually run it here. So let's just walk through what's going on here. Hey, Krish, any advice before learning? What's going on, dude? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, just take your time, have fun. Don't put pressure on yourself. Have a goal in mind of what you want to do and build projects related to your personal hobbies. I think it's way easier to learn that way. It makes it more fun. And honestly, I don't really learn that much from watching other people do stuff. In terms of like project-wise, I kind of get lost and daydream, and you know, so it's not my forte. Anyways, like what do they call that when you just watch someone else's project? I can't remember. Anyways, cool. So let's go ahead and get back into this. So we have a poly user here class, and this is just, it has the ability to get a request. So I have this overall function static method here that gets a URL. If it doesn't get it, it just raises this exception and gives it back to us as nothing. But if we get the dictionary back, the JSON object, then we will instantiate that user, right? So that's what's going on in the Polywhirl here, right? So we're getting that URL for users here, right, in addresses, and then we're creating users and then just printing them just for debugging purposes here. So if I run our test here, so now we're just creating a Polywhirl object, having a test address, feeding that into a list, right? We can have a list of addresses if you would like to create more users, and then just you can loop over those and print. But I just have them printing internally here, right here on this line. So you can see, we'll run this. It's going to ping the endpoint, so it takes a little bit. It's not the fastest thing in the world. Oh, what's going on? Oh, hold on, maybe in my virtual environment. Maybe I broke it. Did I break it? We'll find out. So again, it's not the fastest thing in the world here, but yeah. So I've been looking at this guy's account. What's up, Jimmy? What do you mean so you're doing it? Oh, the title? Probably. Okay, so right, we're looking at this guy, dodged a bullet. We've been evaluating his wallet. Just in the short year he's been here, under a year, he's been able to net quite a profit as of lately. He kind of picked up lately and started making some trades. So I've been watching him over the past couple of days here and trying to just get some more information about him. And it just isn't irrelevant to him. I'm just doing it as my dummy example. Sorry, dude. But yeah, so we have a couple of things in here. We don't have a balance yet, because I mean that's probably going to be our realized P&L altogether. So I'm not sure what I want to do with the balance. I don't want to make. I don't know. We'll see. And then I maybe have the balance actually. I'm just not actually printing it. So I might need to go back through and see. I might need to code it up. We have resolved wins. So these resolved things, right? These are ways for us to indicate whether these are predictions that have completed the yes or no on the site, right? So he has a pretty low prediction win rate for predicting the future, right? But he has about a 50% almost win rate for trading, which means that he is getting in and out of the contracts quicker, right? And he's not holding them to their totality. So we're gonna implement some more features here and see what we can get. And yeah, appreciate you guys being here. Let's get started. So I want to get average win size. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so if we have our create users here and our poly user here, okay. Realize P&L, open P&L. We don't have anything for that yet, which is an open P&L that comes from here. Yeah, this is our win-loss object that I wrote in the get wins and losses here. Kind of going back through what I wrote this weekend. All right. So within this loop, we can also get the average win size. And so we have a length of positions, and we are summing already the total realized P&L. So we can just return at the end of this function and add into our win-loss object average P&L. Average P&L, right? And then we'll set this to 0 initially. Whoops. And then what we will do is, after we get through this loop after here, we'll set wins the loss object of the average P&L equal to, and we'll say it's going to be the realized P&L divided by the number of closed positions, which is the closed positions value here, which is saved under this. So we're going to do the win-loss object of the closed positions here. And so that will give us an average profit and loss per position, right? Sorry, this is going to be the, we'll make a little comment. Average profit and loss per position. Nice. We'll say average closed P&L. Actually, we'll take this line, we'll move it up to the here, open P&L. This is realized average. We'll say average realized to match our realized P&L. And then we'll just copy this value down into here so we don't have to do that. Average realized P&L. Okay. AJ! No! Prediction markets! Brother, no! Please! No, we're getting some practice here. We're getting some practice here, AJ. Never fear. Practice is here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Next up, so that'll give us the average P&L, or average win size. Okay, so we have average realized P&L. We'll put in here average trading win. Right, we'll set this to 0. And then we have also the average trading loss. Right, and so if we have average trading wins, right, in this place, we're going to take the realized P&L at this point in time, right, within this loop on this conditional, and say the average P&L or the realized P&L will increase. So I guess we have to have a value for, this just counts the number of wins, not the sum of the realized win at that point, right? Because this does wins and losses. So we'll have to actually add in a couple more, another thing here for trading wins realized P&L. Like this. And then trading losses realized P&L, right? So we'll track those, I guess. Getting a lot, we're doing a lot here, so I've got to stay focused. Stay focused. So at our win, what we need to do is sum our total P&L, right, for trading wins realized P&L, right? So here we're gonna do the win-loss object of the trading wins P&L plus equals to the realized P&L at this point. And we'll do something similar for this, but for the trading losses realized P&L. Plus equals to the P&L at this point, right? Now we're kind of distinguishing the individual P&Ls just from the overall realized P&L, like whether it came from a win or loss. Now, so this loss, is this going to be in a negative value? So it'll continue to just go negative, like less equals, less equals, less equals. We don't want to less a negative and make it go into the positive. So I think it would, if it's the losses are, we'll have to keep an eye on that. So then at the end, right, to calculate the average trading win, average, this is getting annoying with the names, but I want to make sure I distinguish between open and realized, right? So average realized trading win and average realized trading loss. Okay. So I'm doing too much here at the same time. Yo, what's up, Cater? What's going? Yeah, it's like prediction markets and stuff. We're looking into certain traders that are algorithmic and trying to detect if they're maybe algorithmic and maybe follow them or something like that, and look into it, and it could be fun. Okay, so we're doing the trading win, realized P&L, trading loss is realized P&L. Now we need to compute an average, right, at the end. So we're gonna do here, in the wins losses object, at the key of average realized trading win, is going to equal to our win-loss object at the key of the trading wins realized P&L. Right? It's too late for this, boys. And this is going to be divided by the win-loss object at the number of trading wins, resolved wins. No, trading wins. Oh my gosh, here we go. Now we'll copy that down one, and now we're going to change this over to trading loss is divided by the trading losses realized P&L divided by the average, the trading number of trading losses. Okay, let's go over that one more time. So if the user predicts yes and the contract resolves to 1, that means they also got a resolved win. Oh wait, we don't want to do this at this stage because this is the resolved wins. So let's take this out and put this here at the trading wins conditional. And this comes out here and goes into the trading losses else block. And now we can get rid of this like so. Cool, so now that's in the right place. Now we'll probably want to put something similar for resolved and track, okay, but it's not super important because he's at this point for this trader, but we'll probably want it overall, but we'll see. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we need to implement all of those additional things we wrote. So we have this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one. So five additional instance variables that we need to write on here. So this is our trading wins. So self dot we'll say my caps lock key gets stuck. Trading wins realized P&L, right? That's one of them. Loss is P&L. Average realized trading win, average realized trading loss. Okay. Right. And then I'll copy this down and this down. Oh no. We'll just wait. We'll do it for the loss because it'll be similar. So this is going to equal to the wins loss object quote of the. It's the same thing, no? Trading wins realized P&L. Yeah. So we'll copy this down. Now this will be for losses. So that's 2 done. Okay, now we have average. So this is going to be the wins loss object, the key of the same average trading loss. Okay, we did that one first, I guess. So then I'll do the win up here. Average realized trading win. Just for organization. And then the average realized P&L, right? Which is going to be equal to why did I round the realized P&L but not any other ones? I'm not sure. Maybe I should have. Okay, I'll probably write rounds on them then. In the wins loss object, the key of the average realized P&L. Okay, so I guess let's throw a round on these guys. Let's go here. Boom. Okay. I think that's it. So let's try it. Putting the promise. See how it's different in sports betting. Are you allowed to create your own contracts? If you can bet on something getting X points during the third quarter, how is that any different than betting on the press? Not sure if you're getting it done. Hey, unexplainable things. I like that compliment. Thank you, dude. You're making me blush over here. I'm blushing over here. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you so much. People talking about this. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so we have zero division here. Okay. On which line? 101. Get wins and losses. One loss on average. Realized trading loss equals to that divided by. Okay, so we have bro had no trading losses? No way. Yeah, he did. We're doing this to the wins loss object. Average realized trading loss is equal to the wins loss object of the trading losses realized P&L divided by the win loss object of trading losses. So at this point, trading losses was 0. Oh, because we're doing this inside the for loop. I don't want to do that inside the for loop. I want to do these outside of the for loop, like so at the end. There we go. Well, we need to increase P&L every single time, but we don't want to do this. This is a resolved expression after the end of it's taken place. So let's try that one more time. Can't define the round method. Okay. Oh, I didn't specify which. What am I doing here? Line 2-8. Whoops. Okay. I'm not sure what happened there. I think that was my me trying to be fancy on the keyboard. Who do I think I am? Really? Okay, we're debugging, boys. It's okay. It's okay. We got this. Spelling error. 4th time's the charm. Hey! Okay, what do we have here? So trading wins realized P&L is $61,609.65. The trading losses realized P&L is negative $38,148. He do be losing money. But overall, he's winning. Average realized trading win is $88. Average realized trading loss is negative $46.81. So almost half. Interesting. Really, that's it for average realized trading win. Is only $88? I thought his max trading win was quite big. Maybe that's just on a single position and he sold that many different positions of that trade. What's going on here? Let's find. I'm gonna also do this. I'm gonna make just a temporary variable. Okay, and then I'm going to print this variable after the loop just so I can debug this. So I'm gonna go 0 for this value. And when we do the trading win, right? If he has a trading win, we'll say here, if the realized P&L is greater than the temp max RP&L, then what we're gonna do is set the temp max RP&L to equal the realized P&L. And what I'm gonna do then is at the end of this, before I return, I'm gonna print the temp max P&L. And I'll say, quote, here. Yeah, 12 G's. Okay, so that does match. That does match what I got back, what they're showing. 12.1K. I think this guy, so his average win is only $88, but he hit for 12 bands? What kind of luck is that? Holy cow. His average win is $88. $89. We'll give him the benefit of the We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. $89. But he hit for 12. Bro hit for a Toyota Camry. No way. What? What do you guys think? If you guys could like the stream if you're enjoying it, like the project so far. AJ, do you mean just like using just a single dictionary object and returning that object rather than wrapping things in classes and wasting time with that or something? I just have always used objects in Python. It's just my mind just kind of clicks that way, and kind of for organizational purpose, like everything has their own bucket. But I get what you mean. It might help with the speed of things. It's not like too slow. That was only like a couple seconds. Our average realized P&L is 0. Why? That's why. That's still not working. Um, average realized. Oh, that's fine. Spelling error. That wasn't throwing me an error. I was catching it somewhere and ignoring it, I guess. Come on. There you go. Average realized profit loss is 1556. Because he's taking almost 50% less in losses than he is in wins. Which is matching up by the wins loss, yeah. Interesting. Okay. All right, now what we'll do is we'll feed this into the orb. We'll say, okay, I have implemented a few more features or statistics that I am calculating within my original logic. Let's re-eval how you feel about this better. Is it better or No, it's better. Better is a word. Okay, here we go. Good. This is the kind of evolution I like to see. You're not just pulling API numbers anymore. You're building structured and existing acting signal. All right. Let's look at this like an adult. Oh my gosh. Okay, you're looking at this user. Blah, blah, blah. First reaction, 21% win rate. Looks awful. This person is terrible. Yeah, I got you. But by Noah, 80, lost 80%. The only metric that actually matters is P&L. It's not the noise, that's the edge. Look deeper, trading wins, 46% win rate. So they lose slightly more than they win, but the average win is greater than the average loss. By almost 2 to 1, risk to reward. Reward to risk. That's the whole story. They're letting winners run, cutting losses smaller. We know that already. What type of the better is this? This is not prediction accuracy. This is a market maker, arbitrage style trader, liquidity opportunist, mispricing hunter. The 46% trading win rate confirms this. This person likes the exits and exit positions, trades, spreads, doesn't hold everything to resolution. Exploits volatility, which is why resolved win rate is 21%, which does not equal trading win rate. Those two are different games. Risk profile, what I like to see, positive expectancy, controlled average loss, strong P&L. What concerns me, 1,508 close positions versus this many trades. He's possibly over trading. Open P&L 0, fully flattened, disciplined, or I haven't done that right. Don't worry about that. 137 unresolved predictions. Is 23K over 130 plus, let's calculate. It's 1556 per position, which we're already calculating, which matches your average realized P&L. That's a steady edge. He's not a casual gambler, not a prediction accurate, not emotional, likely price sensitive, likely systematic. Moderate but real. Scale size properties compounds. All right. Cool. That's a good little insight. Um, oh, that's an interesting take, Jimmy. That's a real interesting take. Like, will you get in trouble though? Like, don't they crack down on people like creating those contracts for themselves and then making those moves happen, being a market maker themselves? Like, but like you have to have enough liquidity in the contract for it to happen. So like some small pop Joe wouldn't, small mom and pop shop like wouldn't work. But like maybe like Facebook Meta, like if they were betting on some sort of, I mean they already do like earnings estimate beats, right? So they already know that information ahead of time. But making that information, that would definitely be, now if it's not stock related, like, but I feel like it's all stock related, like especially if it's a listed company. But if it's a not listed company, there's probably not enough liquidity in a prediction market to make that contract work in a business, from a business, like, but yeah, like I mean that's just like general insurance though, I guess. Like you have an insurance agent company that will give you insurance if your packages don't arrive on time or something. Like a, I don't know, if you're super dependent on your mail service, I don't know, maybe some insurance company will write you some contract or something. It's kind of an interesting take. What do you guys think? Okay. All right, cool. That added some additional features without having to get really too technical. That we implemented that pretty quick. Next, let's go ahead and do a profit factor. So let's go ahead and add onto here a self.profit factor, right? And this profit factor is going to be, okay, yeah, so it's fine. Um, I guess I'll just do it in the wins-loss object again. I'll kind of keep it all the functionality within that function and not happening like in the state of the instantiation. So what we'll do is we'll just add to our win-loss object on the profit factor, and we'll take this and include it into here. Right? And then what else can we do? So the profit factor is simply just gross wins divided by gross losses. So it's as simple as that. So a profit factor is just going to be our object we're currently working in after we've computed the values of the trading wins realized P&L over the trading losses realized P&L. So we'll take those, set this equal to the wins loss object, the trading wins, by the wins loss, the trading losses realized P&L, right? That's all it is, gross wins divided by gross losses. And then let's go ahead and run. I have an error here. What's going on? Oh yeah. All right. Let's run. Oh, because we're dividing by a negative number, so we need to make sure we need to be safe of a bug though as well. So we have profit factor here. Right, profit factor here. So we'll say if wins loss object key of the trading loss realized P&L is not equal to 0, else so if a profit factor, if you realize it's just 100, let me ask that question. Is a profit factor where gross losses are 0 just 100? No. It's mathematically undefined as infinite. Oh, it's the absolute value of the gross loss. Yeah, because we're obviously needing to not make it, it needs to be a positive number. So we'll do the value of the gross loss. So if this is not equal to 0, else there is none, right? They should have losses. It's a data issue if they don't have losses, right? We can't divide by that 0 though, so we got to make sure we look out for that. Why did that work? We're dividing by the absolute value of the trading wins losses realized P&L. Hey Levi, thanks for coming in. Just use AI, bro. No, dude, it's so lame, shame and lame. Now we use AI to help us learn, but you know, it's like no fun. Like I don't know how people sit there and vibe code and like get satisfaction out of that. Like I walk away not knowing like anything that it wrote, and I have to relearn it all the next day. Like it's like reading a book without. It's like reading a book and like fading off. I don't know. Whatever. What's going on, Tim? Do I hit API? Hey, Nick, how's it going? No, I honestly, I didn't know there were API limits for. I haven't experienced anything with that. I'm sure it's probably in the hundreds. I probably haven't gotten anywhere close to that. I'm just doing simple 1 or 2 every so often to test. It's nothing. I'm not doing tons, looping over and over and over again. You know. So our profit factor is negative. Why? It shouldn't be. It's just gross trading wins divided by gross trading losses. Trading wins realized P&L, which is 61,609. About 0.65 divided by gross losses. $38,148.87. What is going on here? Negative 46? Not even close. This should be like close to 1. Am I trolling? Tough, Nick. They're cracking down on stuff. Hey, Don Lovey, day 1 of Python. Where do I start, chat? Hey, dude, that's awesome. Congrats, man. I got a lot of great resources on my channel. I recommend starting with Python Crash Course. It's a really great book, along with pairing that with the Harvard CS50P course. Reading that course, doing that course, and reading that book in tandem will set you up for a lot of success, I think. I have notes, personal notes. Got a Discord link down below with all my resources and a roadmap of everything I've done so far. Got videos of going over practice problems, streams of reading the entire books of stuff. We're on live here and re-uploads. I got to do some edits and upload a couple more videos. I'm behind. Sorry, guys. Okay. Why is our profit factor toast? Oh! What? Why is it that? No. That's why. This is supposed to be the profit factor. Silly. Alright. We round the average realized for that one. And profit factor there. There we go. Simple little silly bug. Silly bug. Silly. Alright. Come on. Alright. Yeah, profit factor. 161. There we go. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. Okay, we got a profit factor added in. Interesting. Like reading a book out loud and not consuming any of the content. Yeah, pretty unsatisfying. Yeah, that's kind of the same feeling I get, Levi. It's kind of more like it's definitely helpful. It can do a lot, but like on like a personal satisfaction level for it's a great product like for helping, but I don't know, like as a human you want to be like satisfied in that's why like when people say like replace work and things like that, people don't want to just sit on a beach all day. Like yeah, that's nice for like a week or a month or maybe 2 months or 3 months. Some people could do it for a year maybe, but like, the average person probably wants to have some like passion and be able to do stuff. And when you start taking away people's passions and threatening those, it gets rough, dude. Okay. Is this quantish? I don't know. I had no idea, dude. We're just chilling. Python for Dummies? Those like books that like grandmas read for like to learn how to do stuff. Python. Personal finance for dummies, or how to change a tire for dummies. But those were those were AI back in the day. Train your model. AI models trained on how to for dummy books. That'd be a fun project if you just found only how to for dummies books and see what it came out with. Okay, nice. Let's look at the docs and see if we can look into the trades of the trader. So they have get trades, builder trades, the positions, get close positions for a user. So I'm confused. What's the difference between the trades? Oh, so the trades are what they're taking live, I'm assuming then. and what price they got it, what timestamp they got it. Okay. So we would have to sync the trade with the closed position. This gives you a timestamp. I have it in my Discord. Check it out in the description. Hey, Kevin, thanks so much for coming in, dude. Domingo. That's a good name. Domingo. Flamingo. Get total markets user is traded, so. I want to see response. Proxy wall, side, buy, sell, asset, string. The condition ID, size. I'm going to give you. User activity. So this just gives you all activity. Oh. Positions. So we can do the average position size too for total bot. Yeah, we need to do that as well. So poly user, we have total resolved. So we'll set that equal to the win-loss object of the average position size. And then we'll go into here and open up a average position size. And in here, what we're gonna do is for every position, we're going to I guess we're gonna have to do a variable outside here. We don't need this anymore. So we'll say the well, that's closed positions. But each position size, okay, so you close up a position from size. So this is going to be the, set to 0 here. And for every prediction, we're going to get position size, sum size, plus equals to the position at the key of, and it was what again? Total bot. Right, and position sum size, position size sum. So now, okay, let's try it. Just join the Discord. Where can I find it? Yeah, it's in the Python section. Just trying to, I don't know, what's the goal you're trying to accomplish? Um, just having fun practicing Python, getting familiar with stuff. Um, I don't know. The end goal, I'm really not sure. I mean, I think it'd be fun to turn this into a site or something and send this information I'm getting to a front end and display it and have people search up things and get better statistics about traders, like just from their wallet IDs, and you can search up anybody. Maybe, we could set up potential like tracking, like a dashboard. You could track traders and whatnot, and get notifications when they, come on or whatever, or make positions, or I don't know. So we have an issue here. That. Okay. Oh, we're not actually doing anything with it. Stupid. So we have the position size is equal to the sum of every position divided by the closed position amount, which is closed positions. Divided by position size sum divided by the wins loss object key of the closed positions. Okay, so now if we run that, that should work. We probably need a round though in there. Yeah. So average position size, he's taking a lot of contracts per position, right? A total bot. Average price. Let me take this and say, is the total bot the size of each position? No, don't guess here. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Total buy is cumulative amount purchased over time, not per trade, not per transaction, not per vehicle. It's the aggregate position size. The total bot shares originally acquired, they were later sold or resolved. P&L reflects the complete result. If it's an open position, endpoint total bot tells you how big how big the long exposure is. How to think about it properly, especially for your poly projects. Yeah, so I am calculating a sum of these for each and each closed position. This gives me the average size or the average amount of yeses do you think? But let's tighten it up. Sum total bought for each position divided by the number of closed positions you get. Average contracts bought per position. Yeah, that's total bought by average price. No, it's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay. So then, so this is average position size. Maybe I should make it something else, like average. Say average contracts per position. Average contracts per position, and that's what we'll make this. What's up here? Okay, let's try that. What's this window? Oh, this is just ChatGPT. Okay, so then we'll round off that value. Okay, cool. So that should handle that. Nice. So now we have average contracts per position. So he buys quite a lot of contracts per position to, make his money's worth. So he might be buying. So he's paying like 2 G's a contract. So a contract is in between $1, right? A contract, yes/no, is in between between 0 and $1 value. It's yeah, it's just between 0 and $1. It's not like stock options. You pay 1 share of every event, and then you can get movements between that 0 and 100% of all probability. Okay. So you can play the moves in between 0 and 1. So you have limit on upside, but right, you're bound between those endpoints 0 and 1. So then you can just buy many so that's why you're forced to buy many contracts. So that's why you're forced to buy many contracts for larger plays. All right, simple. It's just simple math. Yeah, okay. You're not forced to buy any contracts. You're forced to play more capital if you want larger absolute returns. That's why you need liquidity for these types of events. Because you have to have. So you are selling yeses to other buyers of yes. There is no house absorb or something. On Polymarket, there's no traditional house taking the other side like a sports book. It's peer-to-peer order book market. If you buy the yes, someone else is selling that yes. Okay, so it's similar to options in there. You do have to have a buyer for every seller of the option, right? Because it's in a binary market. Yeah, it's the binary market. That's what it's called. Interesting. So there is no theta impacts like derivative contracts, but you are more impacted by volume and trend. There's no theta decay like options. There's no time decay, and no implied volatility model. Contracts don't lose value over time because they passed. And there's no vega either. You're not impacted by volatility in the options sense. Information volatility. New information is probability of repricing. Sentiment shifts, money flows, price drifts, money momentum forms. That creates trend behavior. Yeah, like puts and calls and options and stuff. Yeah, we have a couple. We did a project, and I do trade options on. I do sell options, and I buy some options of it sometimes. I don't really play many spreads or stuff like that, or iron condors or none of that kind of more advanced things. I'll mainly just kind of get in and out when I can. Have some. I'm pretty confident I can make some quick money, or I'm more confident maybe some longer term hold, like for some place. But I'd much rather just buy the shares now at this point in my net worth journey. When I was at a lower net worth, obviously the options help you get more net worth faster, but it's just way more risk. And as I've gotten more risk adverse, with higher, with success in the option market, I've kind of actually been not wanting to play the options market, especially with the political environment. It's just nothing makes really much. It's just anything can happen with these stocks. There's no actual fundamentals at play really much at the moment, and I've just been buying shares I've been finding undervalued lately of companies. But yeah, we wrote this project, Better Options, that we've still been writing. I'll just demo this one really quick. You can do like Python-M. You can do better options dot scripts dot we can do like plot relative volume and price, or maybe it's price and what is it? Hold on. Plot prices with the fib. So we implemented just like a Fibonacci and some other scripts for modeling some stocks, or like just whatever, graphing some stocks. So stock like SoFi, I've been really interested in here below this Fibonacci band in this period since the about December here. We had a lot of we broke through, just tore through these Fibonacci supports off of good positive earnings and honestly and good earnings statement and income report. So these prices down here have been pretty enticing below these guys. I'll sometimes open this guy up and look at it. Let's look up another one. Like let's do plot option volumes. I really like looking at option volumes. You can really see where money is kind of moving. Oh, shoot. Did I not finish this one? I don't think I did. Dang it. Yeah, I didn't finish this one yet. So you get expiration dates. You get all the call options, and then I'm just printing options of the objects of these options that I've created, right? And so I need to actually plot this data now for every option, each volatility. So I haven't finished this one. In 2025, I was able to realize about a 68, I think. So maybe it was 72, between 68 and 72. I don't remember the exact number because it fluctuated quite heavily at the end of the year. I realized gain in 2025 with across our options trading, and so it was pretty. We had a good year, and so now we've kind of broken out of needing to really play options, and I don't really like playing the time of it with the current volatilities of the market. It's just straight crazy now. It's just gotten really cancerous. Like 2024, 2025, it was okay. It wasn't getting too bad, but now it's just like the swings are just like 4 to 5% swings on stocks, just like every single day, up and down with just chop, and it's just never know. Yeah, Levi, I've made everything from scratch. You're kind of looking at exactly how I've made my projects. I don't really use AI besides just to ponder my own thoughts and, be like, hey, I'm thinking about this. Like, let's talk about just to get some, just to ponder and have a conversation as if I was talking to like my assistant professor or my professor. Like, that's kind of how I treat it, with that same kind of level of respect, so that I don't take advantage of it. And so I can really learn, and I kind of keep that same model mentality like I did in college with professors and whatnot, and kind of treat that as that way. So, but yeah, and then I just kind of have created this kind of way of writing projects where I just use object oriented. It just really clicked when I learned it, and I've kind of been doing it that way since. And I don't know, I don't really have any idea of what actual industry software looks like or any experience in it, and I would love to get some if possible, but I'm just on a whim here, just trying to learn and build stuff that I find interesting. So yeah, I don't like watching tutorials and copying stuff. It's boring, and I'd much rather just work on my own stuff that I find interesting. We have a few other like full stack projects and stuff you should go back and check out some of my videos like SpectroSim, ChromaPlot. Check out, we started Pocket Farm. We never finished that one. Dang it. I have like the sign-in page, sign-up page, home page, a potential dashboard page already built, but I didn't finish that one. We have Bitter Linen that we're still working on. We haven't finished that one. Oh my gosh, dude. Portfolio destroyed by 4 tweets. Exactly, Tim. I also look at options a lot. I use the Fidelity GUI, and also to use ChatGPT to confirm my resolutions when I'm working through problems. Yeah, that's how I use it, kind of as like a spell check almost. Kind of like a spell check. It's fun that way. Okay, cool. So that's what we have so far. Is the ability to print out users and get their information for average position sizings and things of the nature. It's pretty slow sometimes. It's pretty variable on how fast it goes. When was the last time I changed this water? My bad. All right, you guys. I think I'm gonna head out here for tonight. That was I think a successful stream today. That was a win. We implemented a lot of new statistics here that give us even more insight about individual bettors on Polymarket. Next time, I think we're going to start diving into the open P&L and the open positions and start tracking those to kind of round out the entire profile. I think it would be interesting to also implement a, some sort of maybe tracker or something to where we can loop over and track somebody's positions and activity and monitor their activity, and potentially like, I don't know, um, and we like track somebody and get updates on their position, on their activity, um, find abnormal traders, like maybe like, search through their indices of traders and find abnormal traders or something. I don't know, it could be fun. If you guys have any ideas of what else I should implement, please let me know. I think I want to try to take this project quite far and keep going on it. I'm having a lot of fun actually doing this kind of stuff. It's really interesting to me. This whole idea of prediction markets and this new kind of, well, it's not really new, but actual new business, live corporate business. So anyways, appreciate you guys being here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed the Python stream today, live coding Python. If you guys are wanting to learn Python, I have a lot of great tutorials and stuff on my channel, and of me learning it from scratch. So learn from me learning. I'm not really teaching you. I don't think I should be teaching you because I'm learning this myself. You should be learning from people that already are experts in the field. But you can definitely learn from my learning. So I think that's also helpful. So thanks for being here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Have a good day. Oh, also, no, I'll save it later. I'll save it for later. Bye, guys.